Good day and welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurship and the Nigerian Youth. This is a broadcast series running on your favorite online radio, Hammergate Radio Communication. Here we give you insights and practical steps that can help you develop your business, your ideas, or your chosen career, and give you the different skills that you need to acquire in order to build your capacity and be able to manage either your business or your career. Today on Entrepreneurship and Nigerian Youth, we'll be talking about leadership and building your team, the team building, and the ability to be able to create a good, a positive work environment for your staff. So leading and team building are critical factors in the success of any entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial venture, especially for young entrepreneurs that are navigating the complexities of the Nigerian business landscape. So building and managing a team that shares your vision can propel your business to new heights. I often tell business owners, either old or young, that you need to keep communicating your vision to your team. You have to keep communicating. They must be on the same page. You can see further than they can, but until they're able to see it also, then they cannot take ownership of the vision. So therefore, in this broadcast, we'll explore how to develop leadership skills, how to hire and manage a team. This is very crucial because as your organization begins to grow, it's going to outgrow you. You're going to need people to come and help you. You need to employ people and who will run the systems, the various systems that you are going to put in place. Therefore, you need that skill. You must learn the skill of hiring. Or if you cannot hire, if you don't have that skill of hiring, you will need someone to help you hire, and then you have to manage that team and create a positive work culture that fosters productivity and sustainability. As a young entrepreneur, developing strong leadership skills is crucial to effectively guide your business from where you are to where you want to be. And leadership goes beyond managing day-to-day operations. It involves setting clear vision, inspiring your team, and making decisions that drive growth. However, many young entrepreneurs face challenges due to limited experience, which can lead to which makes leading a team can make it look like an intimidating venture. If you have 2 or 3 people working with you, how do you lead them? How do you take them? How do you inspire them? How do you influence them to take even the accurate decisions even when you are not there? You need some certain skills. 1, self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Leadership begins with self-awareness. You cannot give what you do not have, and understanding your strengths and weaknesses. So emotional intelligence, this is the ability to manage your own emotions and understand those of others, and knowing the effect of yours on others. And this is a vital skill in leadership. Young entrepreneurs must develop empathy, communication skills, and the ability to motivate others. By doing this, you can inspire loyalty and dedication for your team. Young entrepreneurs must develop the empathy. You must develop good communication skills. You have to ensure that what you're communicating is understood and there's no ambiguity in it. Continuous learning. So leaders are readers. You must continue as a leader to learn new skills. Leadership skills are not innate. They are sometimes not inborn, but developed over time. As you usually say that leaders There's usually an argument whether leaders are born or leaders are made. But we all know that even one born with natural instincts for leadership still has to learn and grow those skills. So leaders are actually made. So continuous learning is something that leaders must imbibe. Leaders must learn from books, from mentors, from seminars and webinars and they can even learn by listening to programs like this, listening to Amalgate Radio Communications. We have programs running from Mondays through Friday, same time, 5 p.m. West African time. Now, there are various programs like this that leaders can listen to and help them sharpen their skills and sharpen their minds. So, learning from successful leaders in the industry also provides insight into how to overcome challenges, in how to manage a team and develop strategic thinking. Now, there is also another skill, which is adaptability and decision making. So in a fast-paced Nigerian business environment, effective leadership requires adaptability. Young leaders must be flexible in their decision making, able to pivot when necessary, and demonstrate resilience in tough times. Good leaders also take responsibility for their decisions, learning from failures to drive future success. Failure is part of the process, and I usually say that some people have never failed because they have never tried, and failure is learning how that process will not work. So once you are able to learn the processes by which it will not work, then you will eventually stumble on the process that will work, which we will now record as success. So how do you hire and manage a team? Now, it is good to know that building a right team is one of the most significant factors in determining the success or failure of a business. Many young entrepreneurs struggle with hiring the right people and managing them effectively, which can lead to a high turnover rate and low productivity. Young leaders must understand that when you hire people, you must manage the talents that you have. You must grow them. As you grow, you need to grow them. So, hiring for skill and cultural fit. When hiring, it's not just about getting the most qualified person for the job. As a seasoned recruiter, I usually tell people that I would rather employ a non-qualified but highly committed person than a qualified but uncommitted person. The fact that that person is not willing to commit to things, doesn't have the spirit of commitment, is enough not to make the person learn. However, the person who is not qualified but is committed, that commitment alone is going to help him to learn new things. It's a matter of time that he will become qualified. So it's about ensuring that the person aligns with your company's vision and culture. You are looking for people who have like minds like you. You are looking for people who share your visions, who share your values, your personal values. Young entrepreneurs should look for a team, for team members who are not only skilled but are also passionate about the business goals. Hiring skillful people is not enough. You need to ensure that that skillful person is also passionate about your goals, about your business goals, is one whose values aligns with that of the organization, or else it's either is going to turn the organization and some other people in another direction, or you will eventually have to let the person go. Now, so You must also understand that a good hiring process includes clear job descriptions, structured interviews, and references. You need to structure so if you need to invite professionals who can help you do the hiring, please do. Now, what about delegation and trust? So once right people are hired, managing them effectively requires trust and delegation. Micromanaging can demoralize a team, while giving them autonomy builds confidence and ownership. You need to learn to trust them and delegate authority to them. And when they make mistakes, you need to help them see where they went wrong and show them where they should have gone. You help them so that next time they can take better decisions. And by then we will have boosted their confidence. But if they make a mistake and you scream at them, you shout at them, and all that, you're going to turn them into instruction takers. They will never take decisions. They will not use their initiative. Anything you want to do, they must ask from you. If you are not around, they're going to wait for you before they take action. So you have to learn. So entrepreneurs should focus on setting clear expectations. You provide the support, and then allow the team members the freedom to execute the tasks in their own way. There are several ways to do something. Let them be the ones who decide, the path they want to take, as long as the objectives will be met. Because this will build trust and confidence within the team. It helps them to grow better. Anyone who takes a decision and finds out that his decision is the right one wants to take more decisions, and before you know it, they get used to making the right decisions. Now, so how do you create a positive teamwork? Before then, let me talk about team development. So managing a team requires continuous development, which human development capacity. You have to develop the capacity of the people who work with you. You must develop the talent that is within your organization. Entrepreneurs should invest in their team's growth through training, mentorship, and providing opportunities for advancement. Sponsor someone for an MBA. Let them, get some skills. Let them acquire more skills that will help them in their roles for you. This not only improves productivity, but also ensures long-term loyalty. People like that often stay longer with you, knowing the investment you've placed in them. So creating a positive work culture involves, is essential for productivity and the employee retention. When you are able to create a positive work environment, people like their jobs, they like the environment where they work, they enjoy their colleagues. They work together to achieve success, and they are enjoying themselves. They're literally catching fun while achieving the organization's goals. That leads to employee retention. They want to stay there. People who want to stay in a place where they are celebrated, where they feel at ease, where they feel at home, where they think that their contributions is worth a while. That's where people want to hang around. The culture you create as a young entrepreneur directly impacts how your team perform and how invested they are in the business's success. So you need to encourage open and honest communication, because that creates an environment where team members feel valued and heard. Young entrepreneurs should you need to foster a culture of feedback where employees are free to share their ideas, their concerns, and give suggestions without fear of being condemned or fear of retribution. This improves morale and leads to innovative solutions. You also need to ensure that there is inclusivity and recognition. A positive work culture thrives on inclusivity and recognition. Recognizing and rewarding your team's efforts motivates them to do more. Furthermore, creating a diverse and inclusive environment where everyone feels they can contribute will help. It will help your business grow through varied perspectives and experiences. There is strength in the diversity of ideas and multiplicity of ideas. You also need to ensure a work-life balance. Promoting a healthy work-life balance is essential to a positive work culture. Burnout, fatigue, stress can reduce productivity and lead to high employee turnover. They just become stressed out, frustrated, and they want to leave. They want to leave. Why do they want to leave? They want to leave because that environment is not stimulating. Is a stimulant, but it's not stimulating them positively, stimulating them negatively. It is creating a lot of stress for them. Nobody wants to stay in an environment where they are stressed. So young entrepreneurs should create a work environment that respects personal time, personal space, encourage breaks, and provide flexibility when necessary. I like to quickly take a case study that we can look through and the reason why I take case studies is to inspire us that despite the harsh economic conditions that avail in Nigeria, people are still able to to navigate themselves and get to success. And hearing such stories can not only inspire you, but you can learn from them, and you can take one or two things that may also propel you and your organization to the next height. I will also talk about the story of Flutterwave. I'll talk about Inyolu Aboyeji's leadership journey. So to illustrate how leadership, team building, and creating a positive work culture can transform a business, let us look at this case study. Inyolu Aboyeji is a co-founder of Flutterwave, a leading fintech in Africa, developing leadership skills. So at 26, Inyolu co-founded Flutterwave with the goal of simplifying payments for businesses in Africa. The goal was very clear: simplification of payments for businesses in Africa. Now, despite his young age, Inyolu demonstrated strong leadership by clearly articulating a vision to make global payments more accessible for African businesses. To make global payments more accessible for African businesses. So his leadership style was rooted in emotional intelligence and a deep understanding of the problem Flutterwave is aimed to solve. Inyolu knew that his leadership would be tested, especially with managing a fast-growing team and making high-stakes decisions. To build these leadership skills, he actively sought mentorship from experienced business leaders and continuously learned from the evolving tech ecosystem. The growth mindset allowed him to lead Flutterwave from a startup to one of the most successful fintech companies on the continent. How did he hire his people, and how did he manage them? So Flutterwave's early success was largely due to Inyolu's ability to hire a passionate and skilled team. He was intentional about hiring people who were not only experts in their fields, but shared his vision for transforming the payment space in Africa. He didn't just go for the skills, he also went for character. He went for values, people who shared the same values with him, who shared the same vision of making payments simplifying payments for businesses in Africa. So managing the team involves fostering a sense of ownership and allowing employees to take charge of their roles. Yolua trusted his team and designated key responsibilities, which empowered them to innovate and contribute meaningfully to the company's growth. The management style encouraged loyalty and helped build a culture of excellence at Flutterwave. If you're listening and you just joined, you are on to Amogin Radio Communication, and this is the seventh episode on the entrepreneurship and the Nigerian youth. And we're discussing, today we're actually discussing about leadership and team building in your business. And part of what we've spoken about, we're talking about the leadership, developing your leadership skills as a young entrepreneur, then hiring and managing a team. You need to have the skills to hire the right people and then manage those people very well, inspire them to be able to achieve the business goals. And we also spoke about that. Now, having done that, you need to ensure that your working space, the working environment, is a positive one, is one that stimulates positively and not negatively, that people are happy to work there. And one of the things you can do there is, ensure that everybody is free to talk, is free to make contributions and all that. So there's open communication. And then you need to include people and recognize people's achievements. When people achieve one or two things, that you need to help them to recognize them, give them some form of recognition. And you need also to create a work-life balance. Allow people to go. Don't just let people work from morning till evening without breaks. Introduce breaks. Let them have some break and all that. To these other things within the system that will help them reduce stress in their lives. And so we're currently talking about taking a case study of Flutterwave, and we're particularly looking at Yolua Aboyeji's leadership journey. And I did say that Yolua Aboyeji is one of the co-founders of Flutterwave, and he was 26 years old when he was able to do that. So we're continuing from where we stopped, and we're talking about hiring and managing team. How was Yolua able to hire people? And we said that he was able to hire very skilled people, but he didn't stop at the skills only. He also ensured that those people were passionate about his goals. They were on the same page with him. There were people that shared his core values. There were people that shared the values of the organization. There were people that were interested in moving in the direction that the company wanted to move. So I would say that he was intentional about hiring the people that he wanted to work with them, but they were not only experts, but they were people that shared his vision of transforming the payments space in Africa. So managing the team involved fostering a sense of ownership and allowing those employees to take charge of their roles. And there is delegation. You delegate responsibilities, and you allow them, you empower them to be able to execute those responsibilities to your to measurable metrics that has been set. And that when you do that, what you have done is that you have empowered them to innovate and contribute meaningfully to a company's growth. The management style of This is the management style that Iyolua Aboyeji employed to encourage and get loyalty, and the people helped him to build a culture of excellence at Flutterwave. Now, so creating a positive work culture. Iyolua was also instrumental in creating a positive work culture at Flutterwave. The company fostered an environment where open communication and collaboration were encouraged. Employees were encouraged to share their ideas freely, and this inclusivity contributed to the company's rapid innovation. Iyolua also promoted work-life balance, understanding that a burnt-out team member would not be able to deliver on the company's mission. So the balance along that recognition with recognizing the contributions of the team helped to build a company, the company culture where employees felt valued and motivated to push the company forward. Leadership and team building are at the heart of entrepreneurial success, and young entrepreneurs must be intentional about developing their leadership skills. Hiring and managing teams effectively and fostering a positive work culture. The journey of Iyolua Aboyeji and Flutterwave serves as an inspiration to Nigerian youth on how these key elements can help build a sustainable and successful organization. By focusing on these areas, young entrepreneurs in Nigeria can overcome challenges, grow their businesses, and contribute meaningfully to the economy. Thank you very much. With this, we have come to an end of today's episode, and we would like to get your feedback. If you have questions, if there are topics, or if there are things you would want us to explain, please get back to us. We want to take your feedback and send us a mail on contact@theamogate.org. contact@theamogate.org. You can also reach out to us on our WhatsApp number 234 +234 810 999 6666. I'll take that again. +234 810 999 6666. There are past episodes that you may have missed. If you need to listen to past episodes of this program, you can check our show reel on MixLR-Amogate. MixLR-Amogate. I also want to invite you to join our social media handles. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, all at Amogate. This program is every Thursday at 5 p.m. West African time and 11 a.m. Eastern time. Until I come your way for another episode, my name is Adiola Gbadibo. I say thank you. See you next episode.